Hi there and welcome to this SGM tutorial, and what we're going to do is we're going to create the basis of a game using ReadyMaker. And this is already a tutorial that Ready have made, and it's called Game of Codes. If you fly over to getready.io and you will come to the Learn tab here on that, and that should take you to the Get Started page where you can see all these instructions for different behaviors. If you keep scrolling on down there, now we want to do this one here, this one called Game of Codes. Level is really easy, so we're going to click on that one. And if we have a look along here, there is a sort of video here that happens at quite a frantic pace, and it's quite hard to keep pace. Well, you can't keep pace with it at all. You're going to have to keep pausing it and having a look, which is why we're making this video here, which is a little bit more of a walkthrough. And here we have a whole list of instructions of what we actually need to do, and I'm going to walk you through this piece by piece. So, first of all, let's get back to ReadyMaker. And we're going to create a new project. Now, if you haven't used this before, you see this little plus button up in the corner. We're going to click on that. And here we can select whether we want a landscape or a portrait game. We don't want portrait. That would be for phone. I'm going to make this landscape because it just makes life a little bit easier for the sort of game we're going to do here. We're going to click Start. Now we've got a blank canvas, which we can start importing objects into. Now I'm going to flick between the website and ReadyMaker so we can just see what we're supposed to be doing here, and you can pause this video at any stage so you can have a good look at what's going on. Now we need to bring in a series of objects into this canvas here. Now if we want to add an object, you can see there's another plus sign up here. We're going to click on that, and we've got this selection of odd stuff that we can choose from. Now we can find it very specifically by using the search bar up here. So let's look at what we need first of all. Here we go, clearly put out what you need. All of these assets are inside the library, and they come as standard with when you download the software. All of these assets are already available. So we need a few of these objects here. So we've got dragon up, dragon down, a circle, an ice staff, a square, and a timer. Okay, so I'm going to go and grab all of these objects now, and you can do the same. So let's use the search box. I'm going to type DRA for dragon, and I can get dragon up. Now that dragon looks very big on this canvas, doesn't it? Now look, we can resize look how we're looking at the canvas with these two things here, but what we really need to do is make this canvas bigger in relation to this dragon, or we could make this dragon smaller in relation to this canvas. To save ourselves time, we don't have to resize every object. We're going to make the canvas a different size. You see this sort of world looking thing up here, which is our global settings, and here we can make the canvas bigger or smaller. So if I zoom out a little bit first so I can see what I'm doing, and I reckon about 10 presses of this button should do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect, look at that. Now we can pick up the dragon. I'm going to pop it in this top corner here. Okay, let's go back, and we need to get, what's the next one we need? We need a down dragon. You can go down here. Oh, that's another up dragon. Oh, hold on, that's wrong. You see this little dustbin at the side here? You can throw him away. I need the down dragon. There we go. So you've learned how to use the trash already. Perfect. Okay, and the next thing we need is we need a circle. Okay, now those circles aren't in this artwork folder here. If you clear the, well, bear in mind, this never shows a cursor in it as well. It can be a little bit confusing. You don't know whether you've got it highlighted or not, so be aware of that. If we blank this and we go and have a look at basic shapes here. Now, it doesn't just say circle, it says bordered circle. So we're going to grab that one there. It's got a line on it. We're going to pop that in between those two dragons there. The next thing we need is an ice staff. Okay, that will be under artwork. Click the artwork and go. See, I can't see that. There's no blinking cursor, is there, when I click in that? I-C-E-S-T. Ice staff. Oh, there's two of them in there. How weird. Take either one of them. And we'll pop that down there. Blank that. The next thing we need is a square. Basic shapes again. We use the bordered square. Now they have a black square there, which this won't be black. We can make it black, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment. So we're going to pop that there. And the final thing was a timer here. Okay, if we want to look for things like timers, they are in this section here called Interface and Text. Here's our timer right there. And we're going to throw that just at the top there. Now you see the timer's a little bit tiny. If we highlight that, go up to Appearance. Now this is where we can change all the properties of each one of these objects, all these tabs down here. Appearance, obviously, how the thing looks. So we know it's called a timer. Dimensions, this is the bit we can change to make it bigger or smaller. So we can change the width and the height independently. So we're going to make that, let's say, 6 times bigger, and make it 6 times high as well, otherwise it would be all long and thin. And there we go, we can now see our timer. That's wonderful. Brilliant. If you haven't caught up with me, pause the video and get to this stage.